All right, let's get right into it. I'm Steve, and today we're talking about something that needs a serious warning label: zero-day to expiration options. Specifically, we're going to break down the critical, and I mean account-ending differences between trading SPX and SPY. This isn't hype. This is about knowing the deep technical mechanics before you even think about playing this game.
I'm starting with this because it is the stone-cold truth. This isn't an exaggeration. We're talking about instruments that exist for a few hours, tops. And if you don't respect them, if you don't know the rules inside and out, they will absolutely incinerate your capital before you even finish your morning coffee. That's exactly why I call them mayfly options. You know the insect, right? It's born, it lives its entire life, and it's gone in less than a day. That is precisely what you're trading here. Their value is almost pure time, and that clock isn't just ticking, it's screaming towards zero with every second that passes. That rapid decay is either your best friend or your absolute worst enemy. There's really no in between.
Okay, let's get into the single biggest mistake I see people make over and over again. They hear about zero DTEs, they get excited, and they jump in using the ticker everyone knows, SPY. But what they don't realize is that they're walking straight into a trap, one that's built right into the structure of how SPY works. This is where the horror stories start. Now, look at this table. We're going to break it all down, but for a second, I want you to just focus on the column for SPY. Ignore the left side for now. You see those two words there, physical shares and American style? They sound completely harmless, don't they? Well, they're not. They represent a massive hidden risk that can blow up an account.
So here's the deal. When you trade SPI options, you're not just trading a number. You're trading a contract for 100 actual shares of the SPY ETF. Physical delivery means if your option expires profitable, you don't get cash, no. You get 100 shares of SPY assigned to your account. This opens you up to what's called pin risk, where you end up holding those shares over the weekend, totally exposed to any gaps on Monday morning. And because it's American style, you can get assigned those shares at any time during the day, not just at the close.
Now, because of that delivery risk, something else happens. Something that catches almost every new trader completely by surprise. It's a little phenomenon I call the broker panic.
See, your broker knows you probably don't have 50 grand sitting around to pay for those 100 shares, so to protect themselves, they panic. Around 3:30 p.m. Eastern, well before the market closes, brokers like Robinhood will often just step in and liquidate your SPY position for you. They just close it. They take control right out of your hands during the most important part of the trading day. Now look at the SPX side. See that? No intervention. Why? Because there's no share delivery to worry about. All right, so we've talked about the trap. Now let's flip the coin and talk about the solution. If SPY is the amateur's game, fraught with danger, then SPX is the professional's tool. It's an instrument that was specifically designed to avoid all of these problems from the very beginning.
Let's pull that table back up, but this time, let's focus exclusively on the left column, on SPX. Two key words here are all that matter: cash and European. These two words completely change the nature of the trade and eliminate the risks we just talked about.
And this is why it's so much better. The process is incredibly clean. If your SPX option expires in the money, that's it. The exchange calculates the cash value, and the next business day, that cash is either moved into or out of your account. It's a simple, clean financial transaction. No shares, no assignment, no overnight risk, just cash.
This is the most important number on the screen: zero. That is the exact number of shares you will ever have to worry about when you trade SPX options. And that single fact means there is zero pin risk and zero chance of that 3:30 broker panic. With SPX, you are in complete control of your position, right down to the final bell.
Okay, so we've covered the big mechanical differences, the stuff that can save your account. But there are two other, let's call them hidden factors, that really separate the two. What makes them move so violently, and maybe, most importantly, what happens when it's time to pay taxes.
Make no mistake, trading any zero DTE option is a game of gamma. Think of gamma like a turbocharger for your options price. On expiration day, that turbo is spooled to the absolute max. It means a tiny, fractional move in the S&P 500 index can make your options price literally double or get wiped out entirely. We're talking minutes, even seconds. This is the source of the incredible allure and also the immense danger.
And finally, the part that everybody ignores until April: taxes. This is a huge deal. SPX options get special tax treatment under Section 126 of the IRS code. In plain English, it means that no matter how long you hold the trade, even for 2 minutes, 60% of your gains are taxed at the much lower long-term capital gains rate.
With SPI options, 100% of your profits are taxed at your higher, regular income rate. Over a year of trading, that difference is enormous. With SPX, you simply keep more of what you make. Period.
So there it is, the hidden traps of SPY versus the structural advantages of SPX. You have the information now. But remember, both of these may-fly options move with blinding speed. They demand discipline and they demand respect for risk. Now you know the difference. The real question is, are you prepared for that speed?